Hi guys, how are you? Here we are. It's Tuesday. Your sketch, my feedback. Here I am. I received a lot of sketches again. I selected all those, and there are a few more that arrived a little bit too late. So for this reason, I'm sorry, I couldn't take them. There are, I think, 2 or 3. But anyway, because I'm having also a little problem with my ink, color ink for my printer, which is there. My printer, it's really drinking ink like hell. So basically, I just got those printed, okay, and those 3/4 that I just received, and one more I could not print. But I promised you, I already bought the ink, the color ink on Amazon. So I will receive this during, I think, Saturday. And therefore, for next Tuesday, everything will come back to normal. Hi to all of you. First of all, let me read all the people are here. Anish, your sketch is here, don't worry. Eshan, Vedant, yours also is here, don't worry. Jord, Pranav, and then we have Mozam, Yash. Ciao Yash, how are you? And Mvulu, Michael. And Arab, so all the aficionados names that I know, like Eshan and all the ones I nominated. Vivek, ciao Vivek, how are you? Welcome back. And I hope that many more will be here. So if you are watching and you did not subscribe yet, please, you have to subscribe to this channel, because here we do car design education. But the good surprise, okay, nice, is that today the first drawing, it's a product. So I'm going to Atarva, I think so. I printed all those that I received. Hi Mr. Vedant number 2 Dashmuk, good evening to you, good evening to you. So I also have the sketch. I will show you this one. Okay, and I think that the guy that I wrote a comment, I think was LinkedIn or on Facebook, and so if you are here, look, your sketch has been printed. Okay, therefore I will take care of you too. All right, so now we are 20. Wow, that's cool. Mr. Ishan number 3 or number 2. Ciao. How are you? Okay, so you know what? My pencil's ready, and I'm going to switch camera so that we can start. Here we go. So I am turning the camera on top of my desk. I clicked another button instead of the right one. Okay. Yeah, I did it now. I'm sorry. So once again, I am sure now you are watching, because I can see it on my telephone, which is live on YouTube. There you go. Now you can see. So, all right. So I'm sorry, apologize, but those things, it's the beautiful of being live. You know, it's always something that is not programmed. All right, so but anyway, no big deal, don't worry. All right, so okay, so you can see now in this perspective here. Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I don't know who's this. If you are here, please say hi, this is mine, so that I know to who I'm talking. All right. But anyway, I was saying, make sure that all the ellipses, okay, are really going from open to close because of the perspective, you know. Okay, so now I'm making a little bit of the outline, okay, and I also make a little bit of section, you see. I'm making that section a little bit inclinated because it's gonna be much better, believe me. Then we can do that. I can even imagine to change the section here to make it look a little bit more interesting, okay? So I add another ellipse, this one, Okay. All right. And then we come back here, and in the back I can put still another one which is a little bit bigger, this one, okay, so that we get a proportion that is a little bit more stretched, okay. Hey Real, ciao, como va? So now let's start taking care a little bit of this element, okay. Now we have here some, I think, some design things that look more like where you can put your hands, I guess, stuff like that. Okay, so I just have to make it a little bit better because it's following a cylinder, this one. Okay, so let's make it a little bit stronger. It was a little bit timid, a little shy. Okay. Same thing here. Okay. So now we have a more defined, you know, object on top. Now we go. Now, if I go down here and I see this, okay, all right, this is not bad, okay. Now just be careful about the perspective of this part here, okay, that's all right, because perspective is going there, huh? You see? So all those lines are going over there. And because of that, here we have a little problem here. So let's just make it a little bit more round, just a little. All right. Anyway, I suggest when you do those type of drawings, before you go on color paper, try to make this on white paper because it's simpler, it's easier. All right. So I put, that's very nice. You put the center line, okay. Now let's give a little bit of thickness here, because it's a little bit too pointy what you did. There are too many points, so I think it's better if you do something like that. And then in the back, let's make it a little bit straight, so that you give a sort of a direction, you know. Then here you can make a nice radius, okay, so that it looks nice and smooth, all right. Okay, so now the last thing we are missing is this part here. Okay, so I would make a okay, so this is, you know, fixing a little bit that perspective, okay? The main problem was really on those ellipses, okay? Now let's try to make a little shading. I will do it with black pencil, okay? With black pencil, to show you where you should put those shading. First of all here, then here. This is conic. It's a cone, conic shape. You see? Here I put a little bit of section here to show that this part, it's like another, you know, another piece, another part. All right, and then I will put those lines that you put, but I will put them a little bit in a different way. Look, I'm putting them really crossing. You see? It becomes stronger. Ciao Gormrani. Hey Priyan. Ciao. How you doing, Priyan? Mr. Junior. Okay, so now let's make the other shading here. Don't worry, after I will add the white. And then here. Coming from the bottom. And then in the back also. Now let's imagine that the back part, this back element, it's gonna be clear. It's like a metal or aluminum, I don't know, something like that, okay? So we will treat this later with the white. Good evening, Sheikh. Ciao. Ciao Andrea. Buon pomeriggio. Okay, this one will make it dark because those things are made of rubber or something to make sure that the prehension is good. All right. Here too, same thing. Okay, so this is a little bit in shadow, just a little, and then we have this part that is in shadow. And also a little bit this one. Okay, so now I will take my white pencil, all right, and I will try to put some highlights, I will try to put the lights that we still don't have it, okay? Ciao Peter, Peter Willie, Madsen, don't worry, it's fine, don't worry. Okay, so a little bit here, a little bit there, here. All right. Then we have to put here. Today it's not working very well, my white. Okay, so you can see that's good. Okay, another thing that we have to do, don't make those shadow with the white like that, okay? The light is coming from here, so the shadow, it's gonna be there. And then you have to imagine this element in the shadow here. So I would say something that that is like this. You know, something like that that gives the idea of the shadow of that object. Yes, yes, Eshan, you can do it. Why not? Why not? This is in shadow. All right. Okay, so now we have got that, and the other thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put some point, okay? I'll try to imagine, you know, how it is a real point, okay? All right, like that. So we can imagine the little shadow of the point here, somewhere. You see? Now this one and that one. I know that it's not precise, but when you look at it, it looks like it is. You know? Making sketch on graphics tablet. Adam, that's a good question. It's nice. To me, it's you can do it as long as you know you have a good capacity in working your freehand sketching with good quality. Then of course you can do it, no problem. Okay, now look what I do. Now I'm taking my beautiful brush, okay? I take my white acrylic and I just put some highlights, okay? So that we get a better idea. And we can say that then the sketch, the quick color sketch, it's finished, okay? So first of all, here. You see? And now we're gonna put a little bit of highlights in on this middle part here, okay? And I will do this way. Look, I do small ones, then it becomes bigger, you see, and then it becomes small again. You see? Then I have my outline here. All right. And here in the back, the same thing, I have to put a little bit of highlight. You see? Okay, I would say that with the highlights I can stop. I don't want to put too much, because unless I'm gonna make a little bit of mess out of it. I just washed my brush. Okay, wait just a second. Okay, and now one thing I want to do, I would like to increase some contrast to make sure. Yes, I bought it on Amazon. Those are those brushes. I can show you another one. Are those ones. You find those on Amazon. Maries. Okay. I don't know if you can see well. This is the brand on Amazon. They have a set of from 000 to number 3, and I bought the whole set. Okay, ciao Dewich. So I'm glad you are there, because I basically finished. I don't know if you watched everything from the beginning. I hope you did. So now I'm adding some contrast, okay? Because we need a little bit more contrast, okay? So make this a little bit darker, and then I shade. Same thing here on this part here. And same thing in the back. A little bit from the bottom, because that part is in shadow. Also here. And a little bit here too. Okay. You see, it looks much better now. Putting some details on the area where we put our hands. Few details, okay? I increase contrast also in this area. And then the shadow has to be really much darker here. So I am going to make a shading on the shadow, so that we get that better feeling of depth, you know. Put a little bit of white in this area, just to show that there is the light that is really hitting here, okay? Okay, so this is, I would say, the work finished. All right. So, Luigi, if you have time, I mean, check if you didn't see from the beginning. You can go back and check this sketch. You know, once the video is again live, okay. So in few hours after the live, so that you can go and check what I did, why I did it. I explained basically everything I did. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. How can I send my sketches so that I can get the review? Mr. Priyan Jr. It's very simple. Check for my profile on Instagram, Luciano Bove 1 with the number 1, and then you will find me, follow me, and in the chat you can send a couple of JPEGs of your sketches. When you take the picture, please make sure that the pictures is a big size so that when I print, you can see it takes the whole A4. Sometimes people used to send me pictures that were very small. I cannot print them, okay? So at least a size where I can work on it, okay? Mr. Yash, sir, can I include sketches done on gray paper with black pencil and white highlights in my profile? Yeah, of course you can, of course. If yes, then how to in terms of automotive design? I don't understand. Yes, you can do it, of course. I can show you a color sketch. Wait, don't move. Don't move. I'll show you one of mine so that you understand how you can do it. Alright, so I'm just searching for my sketch. My color sketch. Here we go. Are you ready? I have two. Okay, so the first one, it's something like this. I did some time ago, and this is on carta, on paper, canson paper, gray. Okay, chalk, pen, a little bit of highlights, a little bit of marker, and then I did another one, which is this one. Okay, marker, chalk, and white acrylic. All right. So yeah, you can do same thing if you know how to use it, because you have to use a part of the color of the paper. Okay. All right. So now, next one, Vedant. I chose this one. I chose this one because it's a little bit different from the other ones. Okay. So, but this time I want to do in a different way for you. Okay, I will tell you right away what is not working. Okay, don't do this. You know, don't do that, because that's not very nice, not very professional. Then you have to use this pencil. I said already once, because look, the way you're working your pencil, it's very confusing. Now I'm gonna show you something. This is the Faber Castell pencil, okay? That's what you have to buy, all right? Don't worry, Strela, don't worry. And when you make a shading, look how I do it. Look, I go there, look how light I am. Look at the quality of the shading. This is very, very light, okay? That's the first one, look. Now, if I want to make this one, okay, but then you have to be very light, because here you were very, very strong, too strong. Look, it's like you are killing somebody. Okay? So now look at my shading. Look what I do. I go a little bit darker. You see? You see, dark, light. And then I go a little bit lighter. I mean darker, excuse me. But look at the quality of the shading. You know? The quality of the shade, that's very important. And now let's do it really dark, because we want to go from black to white. So now I'm putting more pressure, of course. And I have to make sure that I don't get stripes. You know, so the shading, I really have to take care of that shading. I really want it to be really nice and smooth. You know, that goes from black to gray number 10, number 9, number 8, until it gets to a medium type of gray, and then it goes to white. So you see, look how nice. So this is black, okay, and here we have white. You see, and look, we have all the gray scale from black to white. So we have a black, then we have number 10, number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 1, 0, which is white. That's the whole grayscale, okay? So this is an exercise you can do to learn how to control this type of shading. You see, this is too confusing. Look at those lines. It's like you did this. No, you cannot do that. You really can't. Okay. Hey, Peter Willie Madsen. Thank you. So now look what I do. So I take white paper. Okay. I don't know if you got this Vedant, but that's the paper you have to buy. This is the good paper. Okay. So remember, buy this paper. If you buy this paper, it's gonna be nice and smooth, and most of all, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to draw and to learn and to produce good quality, because the paper is very nice quality. This one, very smooth. Okay, so then the good thing is that this paper is also semi-transparent. Yeah, the wheels are, Isaac, you're right. It's a little bit like a cubism. Like, okay, so now you see a little bit in transparency, you see? All right, so I put a line, which is my ground line, okay? Very light, you see, look how light. Look how light, very light. I don't want to go strong. I don't want to do strong. No, very light. Then I put my wheel, my front wheel, my back wheel, center, center. Then I put the other line, which is the base of the car. And then I go right away with the perspective elements of my wheels and my base, okay, on my ground. You see? Now, before I do everything else, once again, that's my method, okay? How many grams? I'll tell you. They are 70 GM2. Okay, I think that's what you want to know. All right, 70 A4 size. Okay, so now look, now I'm gonna apply the first shading to prepare the base. Okay, so I go there, light, as I did before, same thing. I go light, look, very light, but at the same time I try to control. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want a mess to be here. I want something really nice and clean. Look, between the two lines. All right? You see, that's the beginning. This is just the beginning. But now, what I want to do, I want to create a little bit of depth. And to do that, we need to make some parts a little bit dark and some parts a little bit lighter. And that's according to the light. So the light is always coming from here, coming down, okay? So look what I do. The shadow of the bottom part of the car is really the darkest, okay? So I go there and I clean up. And the line down there, really far, is darker than what is in the front. Because in the front we have a little bit more light. So look how I'm making those lines. I try to be nice. Look, I'm making that shading. You see, look at the shading. Very dark here, a little bit lighter here. You see? That's interesting. That's what you want to do. And a little bit in the front. Okay, so you see, now we got our shadow, our base in three-dimensional, with an three-dimensional effect. All right, now let's go on to the body, okay? First of all, Vedant, you and everybody, be very careful when you make lines that go down, you see? Because it looks like the front of the car is very heavy. And the back of the car is coming down, like the suspension are broken. Therefore, the car is coming down in the back. So try to, or you make it like really like that. The axe, you see, a little bit coming down. You can do more, or you can do horizontal to the ground. But when you do back, it becomes a little bit tricky, you know, a little bit difficult to control. So I will choose this one, okay? Then also this line here, the vertical line that you put there. Look, if you make it just a little bit inclinated in the back, once again it looks like the car is, everything is falling down. So what do? I will just fix it, making a little bit more vertical, you see? You see, now you have to look. Vedant, I want you to look at the wheels. This line and this one. You see that they look really nice together. Well, that's very important. Many sketches on Instagram done with this black macro ink pens. Art drawings with those pens work professionally. That mostly those pens are used by architects. Yes, you can use those, no problem. It is from an architecture technique, which is very nice, but you have to know how to use it. Unless it becomes like a mess. They are those ones. You see, I have them. Are those type of pens. Okay, so now let's make our greenhouse. Okay, now I will use the lines to make a little bit of line quality, okay? So that it's easier for me to understand what I am doing. Alright, so now let's take this off. Now, because it's a small car, okay, I don't want to make too many details, too many things, because it's gonna be problematic. Therefore, I will try to do something really simple. Okay. I look at your sketch. If you like that, let's just do one, okay? Like that, just one. Don't put all the things all together, because if you do that, it's like you putting a lot of designs all together. It's gonna be a mess. All right. Now let me make that light that you made before, the backlight. Okay. Here we can use this, why not, to make the front light. I don't know, I just do. And then let's talk about the reflection on the glass. You made that reflection like a straight line. It's not possible, because this one, it's a part of a cylinder, big cylinder, okay? But when you take a cylinder and you make a little bit spherical, you get an arch here. So, as we said, we have to remember that reflection never follow surface when the surface changes direction. Therefore, that this is our reflection. You see this one? Okay, so now I go with my pencil and I make a shading onto the reflection. And the first thing I do, I just put a layer, okay, of medium gray, just to prepare the base, you know, like that. And then a little bit also on the body, because here there is a radius. Starting this point, the car will turn on the other side, okay? Therefore the reflection stops before, like here. Here stops here because this is the start of the windshield. Therefore it's turning, all right? Now I take my pencil and I just do a little bit extra work on this reflection so that it becomes better. And as you can see, I really do a shading that goes from dark to light, dark to light. So I concentrate the dark part in the center. You see? And when you look at this, look, it looks like that. You see the quality? It's basically very similar. That's the objective, you know? Then here, let's do that way. Okay, and here very small, very small. Okay, so the reflection here is because with this element that we put here, okay, we have a section, just a second. We have a section that is like this. Look, I make a section here. It's like that. Okay? Comes down, straight, comes inside, like a spoon, and comes outside and picks up the light. Alright? And then comes down again. You see the section? So this is important. That's why I made my shading that way. You see? And then of course here we have our cylinder. So let me put a little bit of core on top, which is the sky, around this cylinder. Okay? A little bit in the front. This is, we said it's a conic shape and therefore a conic shading. You see? All right, so now there is one thing I want to let you know. Your wheels. When you do the wheel design like that, it's too strange. To be honest, it's not very transportation. I understand that you want to do something different, okay? I know that. Okay. But let's try to do something different. But at the same time, let's not be too artistic, unless it's a little bit confusing, you know? So, for example, we can make you know, I try to use your design motivation and then, you know, probably you want to put some lines. It's still strange, but maybe it is a little bit better. Or you can do something different, very simple, so that you don't have something that is too complicated, that is fighting against the main design. Ciao, Ryan. So you can just do this. Listen to me. At the beginning, probably it's the best thing to do. You see? And then you decide what you want to do. You take those lines as a separators, and then you put the graphics you want, you know? And probably it's easier for you, it's for everybody, you know, to read. Look. If I do that, it's much easier. Okay, so Vedant, that's my help for you today. Yeah, this one, to be honest, I don't like this. I don't. Now there is one last thing I want to show you. Okay, just last thing, because you did this. Look, you did this, and I said that this is not good. Okay, so let's suppose that we have. Okay. All right. So this is your, and then you want to show a little bit of that beautiful reddish, you know, thing. Okay, let's do it. I go using this part, okay? And then I just do a little bit, but just a little. Very light. Then I can put a little bit here on the ground. All right, and then with the pen, with the thing, I just put some red lines. You see? Just a little bit, so that you get that feeling of light in the back. You see? Look. Like that is cool. Thank you, Real. Alors, sir, the wheels are in normal. They are like that, as I try to show. Like the wheels were conical and they have depth. Yeah, I understand. But look, if I put the shading here, you see, that's, you have the depth of your wheels. Look. You see? This one is not bad. Okie dokie. Alright, good. Next. Let me see who is next. Where did I put all the drawings? They are here. Okay, in front of my eyes. Okay, so now who did this? Okay, this perspective is the tip-up perspective. This is very important, this perspective, because okay, good, Vedant. Keep sketching, keep sketching. Don't worry, you will see. Day by day, you will get better. So now, if you do something like this point is too close to the car. Therefore, everything looks like really very forced, you know. So, first of all, if you do this, you see the difference from here to here. If you do that, then it's much easier. And here too, I have to do the same thing I did for Vedant. I take this one, okay, I put it under my white paper, okay, I just alright, so this is the car, the base of the car. Let's say that those are the lines of my perspective. You see, it's much open. Before it was too close. When you do that, you just create a super fish eye look that it's gonna distort everything. It's very difficult to draw. Besides, it's not very realistic. So don't do that. Just put a vanishing point, okay, that is very, very far, okay? And just make sure that your lines that go to the vanishing point, they converge a little bit, okay? Razvan, on my chat on Instagram. That's what you have to do. Okay? Luciano Bove 1 with the number 1 on my Instagram. But I think that you follow me already on Instagram. Or see, if you follow me on Facebook, on Messenger. On Messenger you can send me sketch in JPEG. Alright? Okay, so let's make the wheels. Let's start with the wheels. 1 and 2. You see? Look what difference. Look at the difference. Look at the wheels. Do you see the difference? Oops, sorry. You see, there you really understand how changing the perspective putting the wheels in the right way with the minor axis going to the right place, how already feels, you know? Okay, let's keep going. So, now, let's put the shadow. I always do that, I know, guys. I just put the shadow. I want to make sure that I get the feeling of the perspective. And the shadow on the ground gives me already a very nice feeling of that perspective, okay? You see? Okay, so I have my base now. Okay, good, Razvan. So just in the chat, as you want to send me a message, you tell me that this is for next Tuesday, and you put 2 or maxi 3 pictures. I will choose a couple or just one, depending. Okay. All right. Now let's think about the rest of the car. So here I have to put a part of the tire that I can see from this view, okay? And also here, the same thing. Then I do that. I check again my perspective. Okay, now that I have those lines, I can imagine, you know, more or less how is my car. And I also can fix the mistakes, because there are mistakes. But it's easier, it's much easier. Besides, everything looks well proportioned, you know. For example, here we can put, I don't know, a nice air intake. All right, so now this is a reflection on the glass, okay? And here we have the reflection on the body according to this type of surface. You will see what happens here. Because it's very interesting, this shape. You see, same thing in the back here. You see? Now let's take again the original sketch, which was this one. Do you see the difference in terms of perspective? Okay, Charles Freelab, I'm sorry, but don't worry. Go back to the video tomorrow. You will find it. Car from front view. How to find it? The width from front view. I don't understand. Gleb. Python. Yeah, yeah. It looks like a Python face. Yeah. Okay, little things just to have fun. Okay, all right, so I hope that this was useful. Okay, next one is this one. So this one is not bad. The only problem is perspective, because we have here that is doing this, here that is doing this, but this one is doing that. So this line is a little strange, and this one here also it's a little strange. Then if this is the center of the car and this one too, this point here, down here and down here are too low. Look, very low. No, cannot be. So let's put some proportions, okay? Look what I do. Okay, I think that in the front, you see, in the front you have to make sure that the feeling is that the ellipse is going over there. And this one is fixed now, you see? Reflection is good on the glass, is well done. This back wheel is too big. See, I'm making a little bit smaller. You see the proportion is better now. Francisco, ciao. Okay, so this is what you should do, all right? Look, again, you see, we had a problem here, and we had a problem here too. So we had a big problem in this area. Look how much I erased. The car was too low, was so heavy. And now, you see, you can even imagine to take this a little bit shorter. It's even more dynamic. Now the car is a little bit higher and looks much, much better. Okie dokie, perfect. Next one. Okay, so I want to know if this guy is here. Please, If you are here, tell me. All right? Oops, I think something got broke. All right, now it works. Okay. Do we have the author of this sketch? Because the question was on LinkedIn, I think. It was like, what is wrong with my sketching? Yeah. Okay, Yash. Perfect. So the thing is that when we look at those sketches, there are some good things, like the way you put the wheels, the proportions are not bad. But what is really suffering here is ciao Edgar, ¿cómo va? ¿Cómo estás? Okay, good, Freelab. I'm glad you're still here with us. So what is kind of shaky is the line quality, how you put the lines. So that's the point that we have to try to get better. And if I want to show you how, you know, for example, I take your sketch, I put it here, okay? All right, so you can see both of them. And I try to reproduce it with the better line quality. Okay, so I put my ground line very light. Then I put your wheels, okay? The first one is here. And the second one is here. Okay? Then also the height of the car is well done because it's well proportioned. You see, it's very well proportioned. But your shadow on the ground is not showing the depth, the 1 point perspective. So I will do it now. So I put a line, I put another line, then I put the wheels on the other side, okay? And then I put the perspective filling of the shadow. You see, this is already, how can I say, the beginning, okay? The real beginning. So I go and I put my shading in the shadow area. Hey guys, if you have friends that want to see what I'm doing, send the link of this video via WhatsApp. Right away, go do it. Or send message on your Instagram profile or Facebook and say to everybody, or TikTok, and say to everybody, hey, come to YouTube and check what Luciano is doing for us. All right? Thank you. We gotta grow. This channel has to grow. All right. So here we have the beginning. Okay? This is the beginning. Eshan, for sure your sketch is here. I have one here, one here. I have Vivek. Vivek, I have your sketch just in front of my eyes. This one. Then we have this one. And then I have also Kavish sketch, which I would like to talk about. Then we have this one from Lamar. And then we have this one, Syed. Your sketch is here. And I'll tell you, and then I have this one. That's all I have today. Okie dokie. After we'll do this one, because here there is one thing we have to remember to everybody. Okay. Action. Lavish? What do you mean? Okay, I keep on going here. Action, when did you send this? When did you send your sketch? When? Because if your sketch is not here, I checked every message I got. But Action, you have to send to me on the chat on Instagram. Cavish, yes. Cavish is here. This is Cavish. Alright, so let me continue. So now I'm going very light to find the right lines, the right proportion, okay, according to this sketch, okay, and I try to control that the proportions are correct and that I don't get you know, this is coming down a little bit, okay. So the wheels I will make a little bit bigger. Yeah, now it's a little bit better. Okay. Then I have a character line there and something here that I think I understand what it is, but we will take care of this later. Okay. Yeah, Cavish Jeeps sketch, yes. Alright, so now what do I do to make sure that I get a better quality of what you have here? Those are light lines, as you can see, very light. The beginning is just for research, for proportions. So now I will start making a little bit of my line quality. You see? And when I do that, I want also to correct, make little corrections. Look how nice is that line. You see? Look. That's nice. That's clean. Yeah, but now, the problem, Razvan, that now it's impossible for me because my computer, when I am during my live, is taken by lots of software stuff, Windows. You know, I can show you. I cannot work on my computer now. Sorry. Ah, ciao XBO. Sì, quindi hai capito di chi è, bravo. Era questo qua, this one on LinkedIn, exactly. So I'm looking at this sketch, okay. I hope that the guy that did this sketch is watching, okay. I really hope so. So then I go here and I make a little bit of line quality, just line quality. I really want to feel those lines that become kind of three-dimensional. Then I look at the original design and I try with the right proportion to respect what this guy did, okay? Like that. And then coming down. Okay, all right. Maybe more like that. Okay, good. Then in the back, same thing. In the back, in general, the lines can be a little bit darker because it's like we are. I just changed a little bit the section in the back because it looked a little bit too massive. So I went back inside here in the back to make a. Okay, good, Razvan. Don't worry. I will use that one. I will keep it for next Tuesday. Same thing for Konstantinos that was supposed to send me a sketch, but I still didn't get it. So it's difficult for me. Then we put the light. Yeah, the light that is doing that. All right. Then we have a C pillar here that is like this. All right, why not? And then he put a sort of I think this is a sort of a rack on top of the roof. So let's try to do something like that. All right. So in general, a roof rack is like this. Even if in general we never sketch those, we never do, because those are details that we do after separately, you know. Okay, but anyway, that's how it would be. So now I put my reflection, all right? I put a little bit of lines that look to show a little bit of the design, the shape. And I start simply to put a little bit of shading to make sure that I start reading the shapes, the sections. Okay, so here I put a little bit of the structure behind just to get an idea. Okay, so let's put a little bit of shading now on the side, okay? Here, like that. And then here, I think that the section here, it's going inside, therefore it's a little bit darker. Okay, so now let's fix the wheel so that we get a better wheel. Same thing in the front. So we get a little bit of that feeling of the wheel well of the wheel, you see? This is just a quick sketch. I mean, it's supposed to be a quick sketch. Okay, XBO, you can send it on my chat, okay, on Instagram. Then we put a little bit shading on top, just a little. It helps to read better the proportions. And then at the end we can do exactly the wheel design he did, which it's nice. It's not bad at all. Okay. We can put a little bit of shading to show that this wheel, it's a little bit like that. Okay, that's it. So here we have the original and a sort of interpretation with a little bit of better line quality that I've made. Okay, now if the author of this one doesn't like the sketch, it's okay, but the most important thing is the line quality. What was missing here, you see, this was a little bit too rough, too much, and here you have a better care, you know, a better quality. Look at that glass. It looks really nice, round, with all that shading. It looks really nice. Do car design really take care of the drag and lift aiming while sketching a car? No, Priya, not really. This is something that comes after. Yeah, of course, at the beginning we know a little bit, and we know, I mean, design managers like me, we know a lot about aerodynamics, a lot. But at the same time, at the beginning of our sketching, it's not something that is very important. Not really. So now I want to show you something on this one from Kevin. Don't watch the glass, okay? Watch just the general sketch. The general sketch, it's really well done. I'm sorry for the printing. Ciao Real, good night. Okay, good. But one thing was wrong, and Kavish, he knows it, okay? Because we already talked on Instagram. So I explained to him that I wanted to use this sketch to explain why there is a big mistake that nobody should do, okay? The big mistake is this one. This reflection that he made here, okay? Like that. Okay, so this is a big mistake. And the reason I say that again is because you cannot have the side glass reflection that goes over the front windshield surface. It is impossible. And I will explain to you why. When I have a side glass, okay, I put it here. When I have a side glass like this one, guys, just a suggestion for you to start, just use color pencil. Yeah, color pencil is better, it's true. XBO is right. Understand how to get volume to the car. So once you have control, it's true. XBO is right. Okay, so once you have this side, okay, like that. Now, if we analyze this shape, it's a radius because it is a very tense cylinder, okay? This is a cylinder. And this one, in top view, it's a little bit spherical. It's a little bit doing that, and it's a little bit doing that. And here is doing this and that, okay? So because of that, its reflection, it will be like this. So the reflection, and I will make this with the blue marker, okay? It's here. It stops here. Now, very important, it stops here because this is starting to turn. And we said, and I say, and I explain this is a theory of reflections. You cannot pretend that this side reflection, which is part of a big cylinder, okay, all right, a big cylinder, you cannot pretend that this reflection will turn around, you know, around the A pillar, which is going toward, you know, toward the windshield, and goes all the way until this point. It's impossible because the windshield, very interesting things to know. Ciao Rocco! Is that the windshield, it's a part, it's a part of a big conic shape. Look. That's the orientation axis of this, and when you take this one and you do this and you do that, you can see that it is a conic shape, big conic shape. It's from a big cone. All right. Sorry. Somebody is calling me right now. So I think he's gonna try again, but I hope it's not gonna. Okay. So what happens now? When I talk about a conic shape, the reflection, I'm fine, thanks Rocco. The reflection on this surface, because it's a conic shape, it's here. So let's take our nice magic marker and let's put that reflection. Now, because it is conic, starting from the front pillar, A pillar, okay, which is here. All right, and here we have the rest of the car. Okay, so now what happens here? Here we have the core, and it goes to white. But how it goes? The reflection, the shading I'm putting, it's a reflection that it's belonging to a conic shape. You understand? It's belonging to a conic shape. And on the side, which is instead a big cylinder, a part of a big cylinder, while this one it's a conic shape, okay? Conic, all right? And this is a cylinder. The shading here, it's gonna be like we do on the cylinder. Very regular, to white. Now, the element that is breaking and making the transition between the cylinder and this big conic shape, it's the pillar. There you go. With this triangle, all right? All right? So, when we make those two reflections done this way, this is the rule of real life. When people do this is the worst thing you can do as a designer or as a student. And if there is a teacher that tells you, oh, it looks good, then that teacher doesn't know theory of reflections. All right? And if young designers in the real business, they do that, and I see some of them doing that, it's bad anyway. Okay? That's how I position myself onto this big mistake. And I know that Kavish, he knows it, okay? So I'm not against him. It's just that I take advantage of this thing he did, because he saw it on also another designers on Instagram published, on some nice sketches published, and I know, but that's because when I went to school, we did everything freehand, and we worked like hell on the basic shapes. So we knew how a cylinder is drawn in chrome, and we knew a sphere in chrome, we knew a conic shape in chrome, a cube in chrome, everything. But today a lot of people don't do that in school anymore, because they go straight to Photoshop. They do a little bit of sketching and then they go on Photoshop. And then they lack of the basics of drawings. Okay? So, I am here to save your ass. Let's say it that way. Okay? Another suggestion from me: to understand the reflection, you can use your hand or large object to build shadows on the paper. Yeah. Yes. True. So now there is the last thing I want to show you about this. Let's take a conic shape, okay? All right, so let's do very quickly. Reflection on a cone. Reflection on a cone. It's this one. Then we have another small one here. And then we have all the shading of the sky going to white. You see, look. Does it look nice? Does it look nice? Look. Okay, now look what I do. I cut a windshield. You ready? This is your windshield. Look. Now explain this to those people that make that little thing coming all over in the front. This is already the first answer. This is reality. Now let's take a cylinder. All right, let's make reflection of a cylinder. This one here. Go fast, but I'll do it. Little reflection on top here. Now let's put the sky, the core. All right, and here it's a little bit like that. Okay, nice. We have a cylinder, guys and girls. Now look what I do. Here we go, our side glass. Look, you see? So XBO can confirm what I'm saying, because if you take those two elements, also in virtual 3D with the same light source and everything, you put them together, you will never have this. You cannot have it. Okay, so I hope that this is clear to everybody. This is a beautiful lesson of theory reflections, okay? And I'm very proud of it. Let's say it that way. Okay, good. So now, next one. We have Vivek. Here we have your sketch. Okay, so Vivek. Wait a second, that well, for car design, XBO, let's say it very clearly, for car designers, Alias is the best. ISM and Katia, it's more for technical engineering design. Okay, and thank you, S29 Designs. Therefore, we work with Alias. Everywhere I go, we work with Alias. Then there are the other people that use softwares that cost less money, and I can understand that. Therefore, there are other brands. But Katia, ISM Surf, it's engineering design. And I know because I work with that too. Sadly, I have to work with that too. It's very time consuming. But Alias is the top. Also Blender. Blender is very good for designers. But Alias, it's you, Patricio, ciao, I've sent to you via email. Check your email, okay? I hope you like it. The thing you asked me yesterday. All right, so Blender, it's great too. You know, if you look at Bert Kaplan is doing really nice demos with Blender. Go and check it out on his video. He's on YouTube if you don't know him, Bert Kaplan. But once you do Blender, then you must go back on Alias. At least that's my experience. A Fusion also, yeah, 360, yes, it's true. It's true. I've seen some stuff like that. Okay, now, Vivek, there's one thing here. This one, it looks like you got a little crash, you know, and the car got shorter. Also your wheels, look, your minor axis should go to the vanishing point. So this one goes there and this one goes there, all right? But look where the other lines go. The other lines go here, here, here. So you see, it's very strange. So this is not good. This is not good. Okay? So this is the first. Okay, good, Patricio. I'm glad. So this is, you gotta be very careful. When you make a perspective, like this one, which is good, those lines are perfect. Also, your wheels have to follow the perspective. So your wheels must be like that. You see? Look, it's changing already. You see? Then you can go with the shadow a little bit inside, okay? So that you give a little bit of depth, you know? Don't put everything from here to here. No. Look. Look how much better it looks now. It looks already in 3D. Look. You see? Then another thing you have to do, it's here. Same thing. Okay, but we have a problem. This, and this, I can tell you it's not that bad. Okay? It's very nice. Also your shading, I like it. And here maybe you can do a little bit more like that, but it's little things. So nice. But this one is so short. Why? Got an accident. Too bad. Before selling the car. No. You know, in reality, what you have to do, you have to put this, all this stuff here in the front. Here. You see? Following, of course. Look at the proportion. You see? Now it's better. You see? It's better. And also this wheel, I would bring it a little bit more in the front. So your light, it's here. I put it like that so it's a little bit easier to understand, okay? Then your front grille, okay, let's put it here. Okay, I do this way so that you can understand easily. You see? Okay. So now that you have this, then we can put the shadow in the right, in the right proportions. You see? So now this windshield, make it a little bit more around, just a little, unless it becomes too stiff, you know. XBO can tell you that every surface has a little bit of flesh, always. Ciao Francisco, grazie. So those lines always slightly curved, always. All right? Okay, then this one is fine, this one is fine, this one could be a little bit more inside, but little things, so it's okay. I'm quite happy with the back of your car, you know. Maybe the back part, maybe you can make it a little bit higher, so that it looks a little bit more powerful, let's say. Okay, wait, that I look at the perspective. Yeah, it's like this, you see? And this line may be more like that, you see? Look, it's a little bit better, like that. Okay, so now we can say that your car has a better proportions. It's not perfect, huh? It's not perfect, but you can start thinking how now you can fix yours and really start thinking about what design you would like to put into it. Okay? Good. I'm glad you liked it. Now, next one. This one, I don't know who did this. To be honest, it's not that bad. So I don't want to use the time, you know, to invest a lot of time on this one. It looks nice. The only thing that it's probably, you see, the type of shading that this guy did, it should be a little bit darker, a little bit stronger, you know. Don't put the rear view mirrors. Don't do them. Don't do them. It's useless. Don't. So you put your shading, and then when you do it here, just make sure that you make a nice shading from dark to light. You see? Okay. You see, it's enough that you put a little bit of shading, you know, like that, and it gives the idea of the lights. You don't need to put all the details in there, all that stuff. Don't worry. Then this one, it's wrong in perspective. So it should be more over here. So let's do it correctly. You see? You put your mouth here. Then you do like that. You put the shadow like this, and all that, it's dark. Those lines, they are too straight. You cannot sketch with a ruler. It's impossible. Okay. I see there is a message that needs to. Rocco, do you want me to put your email live so that everybody can see it? Because I have to authorize that. Tell me, let me know. Okay. All right, I'm waiting for the okay from Rocco. I will click the okay if Rocco says yes. Okay, so let me know, Rocco, if I can say okay. All right. Sure. All right. Good. Let's do it. Affiche. There you go. Okay. So this is. All right. So basically, that's what I think the guy that did this sketch should do it. All right. Just be a little bit. In the proportions, you know, also in the back, look. and this wheel okay, good. So next, Anish, this is yours. How many do I have? I have so many. 3, 4. I have still 5. Okay. So Anish, I'll be very quick with you. Not bad, but be careful. Here, look. Look at this proportion. It doesn't work. It's just too much down. So you have to make your car almost there. Then you have your wheel. Okay, you have the shading and the shadow from the other part. Okay, look what I do. Look what I do. Okay, then you do this. Wait a second. And then the top, for me, should be a lot lower. You know, look, and wider. So the proportions, you have to fix the proportions. Okay? Then the reflections, don't put it right there. Put a little bit more on the side, like that. Okay? Let's put a little bit of shading here. That's a conic shape, remember. Okay, let's put the white here. And then there is another thing you have to change, in my opinion, is the proportion of all this. Okay, this is nice, I like, but maybe should be more like that. And this one should be a little bit smaller. Okay, I put just a little bit of graphics just to have fun, huh? Okay, but you see, look how changed that car now compared to before. Now you got something that is rocking, you know, and also those lines. Make the lines that go like that. You see, a little bit like that is much better. You see, it's much better. Remember, every line is an arch. Like this one, the cylinder, you see? Alright, so now this one is the arc. We have the shadow here on the side. Alright, so now let me do something really nice. Because I am inspired by this sketch. It's turning out really, that really looks kind of hot, okay? So let me put a little bit of highlights, just a little bit, not too much, like here. And then look, You see? Look, nice. All right, so look at this. Became sort of sexy. Don't you think so? Like that. You see, I put that thing there, it's like a highlight. You see? It's like a highlight. You can do that, you can do that. You see? Those are like highlights. Okay, so that's it. I hope. So I don't remember who did that. Okay. I go back with my pencil. But anyway, I enjoy very much, you know, I enjoy to sketch with the pen. I really do. But I have to find my time, you know, to be relaxed and really concentrated, so that I can work on the cross hatching with quality and everything. Okay, so this one, the problem is that when you do those views, you have to try to be as possible, you know, kind of symmetrical, even if it's difficult. There are a lot of details here. There's no windshield, so I would do first this one, then this one, all right? Then that line should be around that area there, okay? So this, I keep it there. Let's fix a little bit the proportion. Then I put my wheels here. The first wheel. Let's put the second one. You see? Now we put the back wheel in the shadow, in the background. Then we do that. We put the shadow on the ground, and we start having a first lecture of what the hell we're doing. All right? Now don't worry, I will change pencil. I have so many. I keep on buying pencils more. Amazon already said that they want to make me like a president of pencil buying. Okay, Anish. Okay, so then here, let's do little things that make it look like we really have a nice sports car. Now all those things, don't put too many. Why do you have to put so many? It's useless. Just put those two. For the moment, let's just put those two, okay? Then let's put a little bit of windshield, okay? Let's do like that. I think that like this, it can be very nice. Huh? Look, looks really nice like that. Huh? Look, cool. Nice guy, it's rocking a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit it's rocking. Let me put the reflection. Okay, and then here just let's do this. We don't want to see all those details you put in the back. We don't care. You see? Now here let's put sort of a little bit wider. And then you can imagine to put some things that are a little bit like aerodynamic things, you know. Look. Okay, and you don't need this. Don't put all that stuff. It's too much. Okay, I hope you like it. No, you are not terrible at interior. You have to do interiors separately. And after, once you learn how to do interiors, then you can combine both things, you know. Look, we did like a Batman car. Look at this. Nice. It's like a Batman car. Okay, good, Anish. Remember, don't put too many details. Your lights, one is big and the other one is small, because you want to have one, it's the main light, and the other one is just support. You see, proportion wise it looks much better. Okay, so we have those two. C-head. Okay, see it. The only problem is wait that I change a pencil, because this one is really completely finished. All right, so my dear Syed, okay, that very often I see you here on YouTube with me, which is very nice. Everything is falling down, you see? Look, everything is doing like this. It's like all the suspensions are broken on one side and they're okay on the left side. But the right side, everything is broken. Because mainly, you know, you do this and you opening. No, you have to close. You see? So let's say that the bottom is okay. This is bad. This is not good. So let's do it. First of all, the front wheel has to move more here. And you need a bigger ellipse, because when you put the front ellipse in this perspective is always bigger than the back one. Always. It's normal. Okay, I'm glad you are there. All right, so wait. Okay, so let me make this dark so that I can start understanding what's going on. There are a lot of things we have to erase. Okay, so first of all, you have a feeling now that the car is better proportioned and is standing much better on the ground, okay? Adam, okay, as you like, but send it to my chat on Instagram, okay? Ciao Anish, good night. Good night. So here, all this is white. Don't put the door handle, all that stuff. And be careful with your lines, because your lines are so thick, so heavy. Okay, so now, this A-pillar is wrong. If this is our center line, okay, this part should be more like that. This pillar should be like this. So let's erase this one and let's leave only the good one. That wing in the back, forget it. We will do it in another way. Now, when you have a nice big front grille, don't put all those details. Don't. Just take the shape. Let's check first proportions, you see? Okay, so now we got that thing is in the right place. According to everything we have around, it's good. Now we can understand what is still wrong. This light, it's not good here. It should be more over here. So look what I do. You see, that's your light. This next Tuesday, okay? I will do this next Tuesday. Ciao Gleb, I hope you guys liked what we did today. Okay? So now I exchange again camera. Here I am. I put back my glasses. I hope that you enjoyed. Okay, once again, if you want to hit the super sticker, the super chat, you will offer me a coffee or a pizza or a beer. And if you cannot hit the super sticker or super chat, you have down in the description my link for my PayPal account for a tip. Anyway, today again we did all we had to do. So I am collecting again for next week all the sketches to correct. Ciao Europe. I think and I hope you liked it. And don't forget that next Friday I'm gonna be here 5 p.m. same time with Design Talk, okay? And the good thing is that I am having some interesting phone calls with people from professional worlds that they would love to be here for a live chat. So I'm organizing this, right? So don't worry, I will keep you updated on that, and I'm sure we're gonna have fun again, just like we did with Product Bose 2 weeks ago. All right? So I wish you TV solo uno schizzo va bene always, as you like, XBO, come away to, okay, at your discretion. It must be freehand on paper. That's the only condition I put. I received some images from people that send it to me, some Photoshop or other type of software sketch. I said, I'm sorry, I won't do that. Only freehand on paper. Okay? So probably this was my best one today. Not bad. Okay. All right. So now it's time to send you some music to say goodbye. Ciao, ciao XBO, ciao, grazie. Ciao Michelangelo, you were in the backstage, I didn't see you. So far, from the car or in extended perspective, are those good representation? Should never do them. Hello, Mr. I'm wondering because I see designers drawing wings detached. The wings are okay, but you can do it in a different way. You know, let me show you here, for example. You can do something that is like this. Look, something like that, and that can work, you know. But to do those things that are very long or very, that's just too much. It becomes like a caricature. Ciao Priyan, ciao Ishant, ciao, ciao, ciao. Okay, good. Now some music for you because I go eat some food. Ciao, bye bye. Take care. Thanks for being with me, huh? Thank you very much. Come back. Don't forget. And if you didn't subscribe, subscribe. Alright? Because we need you. Ciao.